What are you feeling right now?
I mean, look, they're
because you've looked pretty nervous in the last 5 minutes of commercial time. Be honest.
I just don't want. I don't want to be furious. Is all. I don't want to start off my Monday in just a terrible mood.
Yeah.
But I'm ready for this list. We've changed every TV in the room here, all 3 of them, to MLB Network to make sure that Get Up doesn't spoil the list for us. Nobody texted in and spoil it for us. But my big thing is Dak needs to be on the list somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I've got my. Do you want me to just run through my top where I think the top 10 is going to be?
Okay, but when you say
he needs to be between 6 and 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He'll be 9. I think he'll be 9.
You think he'll be 9?
9 God.
This
9
is
10, yeah.
Jeremy Fowler polling the league. 80 people, coaches, players, executives. Every week during the Expressway, we go through the different positions, and the QB list just came out. Roberto, give us your preliminary list before we unveil what they said.
1 to 10?
Yep.
Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Herbert, Rodgers, Hurts.
Wait a second.
This is not my list. This is not no. This is not my list. This is not my this is what I think they're going to tell
you're
us.
predicting it.
Yeah, this is what I think they're going to tell us.
You're way too low on Hurts.
No, Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Herbert, Rodgers, Hurts, Lawrence, Dak, Lamar, Kirk.
Okay.
I think they will be Mahomes, Burrow, Hurts, Allen, Herbert, Rodgers, Lamar,
Hurts
Lawrence.
over Allen.
I think they'll have Hurts over Allen.
Okay, start it from your Hurts.
So Hurts, Allen, Herbert, Rodgers, Lamar, Lawrence, Dak, Goff. That's what I think they'll have their 10. But I think you're right. I think Kirk will be 10. I think you're right. I think they will have Kirk 10.
I have ignored and avoided the list until now. Here we go. The league has spoken. At number 1, of course, is Patrick Mahomes. Last year he was 2, which, Choppy, I know you annihilated all those voting.
Anybody see this was the same thing. Like people would for years try to find some way to make Mike Trout not number 1 in baseball.
Yep.
And they did that for years. And now maybe you could probably do that now. But
could definitely do it.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, he's first of all he's hurt. But he's always hurt. But you can't do that with Mahomes. Like there will come a day. There will come a day, but these people they love to outthink themselves. They do.
And 2 people voted him number 2 this year.
Those 2 people need to, first of all, they're probably in the AFC West, just bitter. But those people need to lose their jobs.
So last year 2, this year, everyone voted him number 1 except for 2.
Name names. Name names.
I wish I had them.
Jamar Chase.
At number 2 is Joe Burrow.
Ooh, 2 for 2, baby.
Someone voted Burrow 1. Lowest ranking 6.
All right, name that name.
Someone last year he was 5, and this year someone put him 6.
What's more egregious? Somebody putting him 6 or putting Mahomes 2?
That's a good question.
Burrow 6.
I agree. 6. Unflappable, very calm, poised. Whether you're pressuring him, whether he's ahead or behind, he stays level all the time. From an AFC offensive coach, said Burrow is 2, and it's not even close. Josh Allen, tough as hell and extremely accurate. Elite as an intermediate to deep passer. An NFL scout. He takes the time to appreciate because the elite athlete isn't what you see first. But the more you watch him, the more you're like, damn, he's doing the right thing every play. It's a lot like Breeze and Brady when they start doing things so consistently every year, and you're thinking, man, he really is that guy. At number 3, Josh Allen.
Boom.
Last year, ranked 3. Highest ranking this year, he got a first-place vote. So everyone voted for Mahomes 1, except one person voted Burrow 1. One person voted Allen 1. Lowest ranking, 5. Someone put him 5.
All right.
NFL scout. His top 20 plays in a game are as good as Mahomes. But then Buffalo will go nearly a half and do next to nothing. That doesn't happen to KC. AFC exec. If you're starting a team, I consider taking him first. He can put a squad on his back.
You know, the fact that the top 3 quarterbacks in the league are in the AFC, this has been this way for, look, the top 2 quarterbacks in the league were in the AFC for about 20 years. Now it's the top 3 for an additional however many. And we don't even know where Rodgers is.
A scout said, I think Allen got worn down mentally and physically at the end of last year. He had a lot on his plate. They didn't seem as creative without Dayball. Some games it felt like they were throwing it 40 or so times. He was running it another 10. He just needed help. Who did you both say they'd have it for?
I said Herbert.
I had Hurts at 3, so I had Allen at 4.
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, wow.
You can't.
I had him at 5. I just think it's funny.
Highest ranking 2, lowest ranking 8. Last year, he was 1. He was 1 on this list last year. Despite pedestrian, for him, numbers last season, still brings elite QB play to the Jets, according to an NFC North coach. I'm so glad to have him out of the division. He's still one of the quarterbacks that you hate to face. AFC scout. I think everyone is afraid to say he's declined a little. Bam! Put that in bold letters, because that is 1,000,000% true. Everyone is afraid, except for Bobby Belt, to say that he's declined. He's still a great thrower, sees it really well, but he's more like ranked 8th to 12 for me. And then finally, in AFC exec, if you watch this tape, he still makes beautiful throws, some. It's hard when you don't have comfort level with receivers. That's probably undervalued. People don't take it into account. It's not instant make orange juice. Is that a thing?
Instant orange juice?
Like the little frozen can one that you pop and mix with water, I guess.
You could see chemistry and timing was off early on. He might not have the same mobility to run, but he'll have upgrades with the Jets offense and will take advantage. At number 5.
Herbert.
Justin Herbert.
Yes! Well, they are down on Jalen Hurts.
I had Herbert at 5, so I guess I finally got one right.
Lowest ranking was 9. Last year, he was 7. Highest ranking 2. Someone put him 2. NFC scout.
Let's see. You can't put him 2. You cannot put him that high.
I agree.
You just can't yet. Nobody can. There's no reason. I mean, nobody has been given more leeway without doing anything in this league than Justin Herbert.
And I want to see if he gets called out here. NFC scout. Herbert is at the hump where they need him to win now. He's got everything you need. Fantastic player. Now it's time to make that jump. The offense puts so much on him, and that's hard for him. High-ranking NFL official. Whatever the Chargers pay him, he will be worth it. He's deadly. He's a problem, said an AFC exec. He's done well with the tools that he has. So that's 1 through 5. These are 80 people surveyed every NFL offseason by Jeremy Fowler, ESPN. Today is the list everyone will be talking about the QBs. Mahomes 1, Burrow 2, Josh Allen 3, Aaron Rodgers 4, Herbert 5, Bobby, who's 6?
This will be Hurts.
It is Jalen Hurts. Well done. Highest ranking was 3. Lowest ranking was 10.
Damn right, whoever you are.
You can't get him that low unless you're going just off of 1 year and say you can't rank him higher because it's only been 1 year. I mean, last year you can't say he was not a top 4 quarterback last year.
Run a real play. Quit your quarterback sneak.
It's like the oldest. Literally, it's literally the oldest play in the sport.
Run a real play.
I'm just gonna read the whole thing because this is our rival. Hurts' total package elevated him to top 6 status. He's known as a tireless worker and strong leader. He has grown as a passer every year. The QBR as a rookie was 33.8, then 54.6, then 66.4 over the following 2 years. His savvy as a runner helps him break off timely rushes based on his reads of the defense. His 18 rushing touchdowns represent the most by a quarterback in a single season in NFL history. NFL personnel director, quote, he's one of those guys who has progressively added to his game. Not really flappable, similar to Burrow in that sense. He remains calm. He can do all the things you need to from the pocket. I don't see why he can't be a precision passer. Look at all the games where he's had to dial it up from the pocket. He has that in his game. Look at end of games. His fourth quarter QBR is ranked first in the league by a wide margin. It's an 84. Goff was 2 in fourth quarter QBR. His 73 adjusted completion percentage ranks 2nd. Also led the NFL in completion percentage from inside the pocket. Threw for 10 touchdowns on passes of 25 yards or more. And then finally, NFL offensive veteran coach. What I like about him is he knows he's got great receivers, so when he has a one-on-one, he throws it. He doesn't hesitate. He might never be the kind of pinpoint accurate passer that Rodgers or Cousins is, but he's improving in that area.
Cousins pinpoint.
And he's made of all the right stuff. He's everything you want from a QB as far as how he carries himself. Jalen Hurts, number 6. Number 7?
Trevor Lawrence.
I had Lamar.
It is Lamar Jackson, RJ Choppy.
Erroneous on both counts.
All right, so that's the one that set you off versus Hurts over Dak.
I mean, Hurts is over Dak is dumb, but I get like he was
better.
Like he was an MVP candidate last year, so he was better last year. He's also 2 years removed from being a. He's 2 years removed from being a scrub.
You're Bobby Recency. That's who you are. You're Bobby. What have you done lately?
All right. Well, then you can be
Bobby
the same one. You can
Bobby
be,
come lately.
Okay.
Bobby come lately. You're Bobby come lately.
All right. And you are RJ Robert Griffin III is an elite quarterback. Carson Wentz is an elite quarterback. We've been through this before.
Hang on. When have I ever said
you didn't? I'm just saying when you talk about a standalone year. If you're just talking about standalone year, we can say that about Carson Wentz. We can say it about Robert Griffin. Like, you can go through the history. Like, I'm not going to take 1 year of Jalen Hurts. He will never be as good as. No, I'm not. I'm taking the fact. Look, when you put it in the context of he's damn near 40.
Yeah,
or what is he? Is he 40? He's 39, 40, something like that.
I get it.
When he's almost 40, 1 year starts to matter in terms of, is this the decline? I don't think we're ever seeing anything as close to that again from Hurts.
Ranking Lamar Jackson, though, is the most. He's one of the most interesting guys ever to rank in the National Football League. He could be off of 100 list. He could be number 1 on the list, as he was from the players. Like last year on this list, he was an honorable mention. His highest ranking on this list was 4. His lowest ranking was unranked.
Yeah, very difficult to do because he's also hurt now.
polarizing.
He gets hurt a lot now, so it's like, yeah, I get it. It's I think Lamar's peak is really, really high. I mean, obviously it's very high. We've seen it, but there's the other side to that. I mean, he will get hurt, and they have not. I don't think they've done a great job of putting offensive weapons around him.
All right, here's what the league is saying. NFL scouting director. Prior to the knee, he was doing some big things from the pocket as a passer. Some of those early games, he was dialing it up. He had a QB rating of 98 or higher in 4 of his first 8 starts. He was solid on third down. He had a 70 QBR. That was 10th in the NFL. Quote, he's definitely evolving as a passer, taking it to the next level. He's a smart runner. Teams want to peg him in that role, but he never really gets his due. He knows how to elude and avoid big hits. Since coming into the league, he's been contacted 877 times. That's 27 more than the rest of the field combined. So that's talking about damages. Teams are eager to see the new OC, Todd Monken, trips, empty spread offense, pistol passing concepts, and the new targets in Odell, Zay Flowers, and Aguilar. Quote, he's had excuses before. He won't have them now, said an NFL personnel evaluator. Time to put it all together as a passer. Number 8.
Trevor Lawrence.
You are correct.
All right.
Highest ranking this year was 4. Lowest ranking, not ranked. Last year, not ranked. Okay. I'll just give you a couple quotes. NFL coordinator. He looked like the player that was promised in the draft. It wouldn't surprise me if he's top 5 next year. The only knock on him, he takes too many risks. Like, did you really need to try to squeeze that throw in there? But I'd rather that than someone who doesn't play with that confidence. Number 9.
Dak
Prescott.
You are correct.
All right.
Roberto, can you breathe? Highest ranking?
6.
7.
Fair.
No one put him higher than 7.
I don't think you can get him higher. Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Herbert. I don't think anybody could say that
you can remove Lamar.
Right, but you can't get him higher than... Okay,
you can't get him higher than probably... Depending on how high somebody thinks of Hurts, you can't, in any justifiable way, get him higher than 6 right now.
Okay, okay.
But, I mean, if you talk about Hurts being a standalone year, if it's just 1 year, then you could talk your way into 5 given the time.
You could, but you can't get him higher. Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Herbert.
Those 4 you can't get
Those 4 you can't, and probably not Rodgers just based on his career.
It just depends whether you think he's washed or not.
Right, whether you think he's washed
or
not. And then...
He's not.
Look,
you're going to find out the hard way.
The Lawrence issue is tough because he was the chosen one, and he came on. It's like kind of like he figured something out last year, so it's like, okay, did we just see something?
All right, let's get into the write-up. Highest ranking was 7, lowest ranking unranked. Last year he was 10. So he moves up from 10 to 9 from those in the know throughout the National Football League. One of the most polarizing figures on this list each year. Dak remains a fringe top 10 passer, consistently voted in, yet never considered in the upper echelon. He appeared on nearly 60% of the ballots, but not higher than 7th on any. Throwing 15 picks, tied for worst in the league, despite 5 games with a fractured thumb, was a cloud over him. Quote, NFL personnel evaluator. He just wasn't seeing the field well last year. Wasn't as decisive as in the past. I think that is fair. I always talk about his rhythm and his timing. When he's pop, pop, pop out, like he can catch fire. The turnovers have not hampered Dak's scoring prowess. His 82 QBR from the red zone ranks 3rd. He threw a touchdown on 6% of his passing attempts last year. That's the 4th highest in the league. He has serious chemistry with CeeDee Lamb. He's got a 93 QBR when targeting Lamb, a 57 when targeting other Cowboys. Without Kellen Moore for the first time since 2018, Dak will look to find synergy with Mike McCarthy, who plans to utilize the running game more. Quote, AFC executive, he's been a top 10 quarterback for a few years now. Part of his game that was so great was the ability to run the ball and throw more play action off of it. They didn't have that as much with weapons on the outside, but I'm not down on him. He's accurate. He can extend and make plays. He's elite in his decision-making. That is your write-up for Rain, Dakota, Prescott. There you go.
They're still wrong, though, because he should not be below Lamar Jackson.
Number 10.
Man, I've got
Kirk
a list
Cousins.
of about 6 guys that I think could. These are the only 6 I think that you could put there.
Oh, the only 6?
No, but hang on.
Way to narrow that down. Way to make it very exclusive.
No, but listen to this cat. Listen to this crop.
Okay.
Geno, Stafford. Don't discount some idiot putting Stafford there. Carr, Tua, Goff, and Kirk. Like that. I don't know. There's another one that you could even put there.
Tua, Kirk, Goff, like those are the ones that maybe somebody might try to slip Daniel Jones in here. You never know.
Give me your submission.
Kirk.
I think it should be Goff. I think it's going to be Stafford.
You're right, RJ Choppy.
What? Stafford?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Highest ranking was...
They've already put 2 guys on the list who can't throw, so why not a 3rd?
He has no arm.
Exactly. That's my point.
Jake DeGrom could throw better than him right now.
Highest ranking was 5. Lowest ranking, not on the list.
It's putting him at 5 right now.
Orlovsky.
Oh, gosh.
Guaranteed.
Way to ruin
That
my day.
is awful. That is awful.
Let me give you the expert opinions. Personnel man.
Expert.
He was 26th, 24th in DVOA, and 22nd in QBR last year.
Arm looks good as it ever has. Man, one of my buddies.
That's so funny to give Choppy emphysema.
One of my buddies over the weekend is like, "How much does RJ smoke?" I was like, "He doesn't smoke anymore." He goes, "But that laugh."
I haven't smoked in 2 years.
That laugh.
I do feel better.
Good.
Getting better.
Let's continue. Mobility, not quite what it once was for sure, but when he was healthy, he still played at a really high level, and his arm talent is as good as there is in the league.
Anymore.
All right. One other offensive line coach. He looked shot last year, but they had an abysmal offensive line. Hard for older guys to look good without protection, so I think with some of his bad throws, he was just chucking it up out of frustration. So, ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 quarterback list from those in the know. Quote, Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Rodgers 4, Herbert 5, Hurts 6, Lamar 7, Trevor Lawrence 8, Dak 9, Matthew Stafford 10. Honorable mention. Neither of you guys brought this guy's name
I
up.
didn't even think of
Justin Fields.
Deshaun Watson,
Mm-hmm.
Cousins, Goff, Carr, Tua. Also receiving votes, Kyler, Daniel Jones, and Justin Fields. There it is.
There it is.
The list that all the shows have been waiting for this morning.
I'm surprised Geno didn't get a vote.
Nobody's buying it because
Yeah.
it's just a year.
Yeah.
But
like,
that's why they have
you know,
Hurts up there.
If Matt Stafford's getting 5th place votes, I'm surprised Geno didn't get something.
All right, y'all. Let us know what you did. 877. First off, let's hear from the Tolos. Is anyone upheaval? Anyone think it's crazy or fair, accurate? And that's it.
Let's see. For the 251, how was Herbert before Dak? I mean, that's
Do
pretty.
you have eyes?
Deshaun's not a top 10. Deshaun Watson not a top 10 quarterback. Laughable. I can't wait for this season to start.
I lost Dak Wentz badly. My next one to possibly look really stupid on is Dak Deshaun. That's the next one up from. I got Rodgers with Bobby, but the Dak to Shan thing has been lingering for a couple of years.
Honorable mention needs to be Cooper Rush for the official station of the Cowboys. I don't know if that has anything to do with
Cooper Trooper.
Dak
Hater, Cooper Trooper.
Yeah.
Probably my father-in-law.
Let's see. The Cousins hate is miraculous. 5th in TDs, 4th in rating, 5th in yards over the last 3 years. Let's see. That's it. There you go.